Good morning, children. In animal tissues, you learned about the different types of connective tissues, and in blood, complete history about blood also you learned. So different types of cells present in the blood, and other component, that is plasma, and functions of blood cells, all that we have completed in yesterday's class. So today we are going to learn about something interesting related to blood. What is that means? Blood groups we are going to learn. Okay. So in your family, if you observe, even if we are one family members, we are not blood related. If I say, you will be shocked. Why it is there like that? Because if we go for blood test, or if you ask your parents, so you have different blood groups. Maybe father as O group, or mother A, B, or children with other groups like that, A or B, like that we will be observing. And suppose if I say like that, the people who are living the other parts of the globe, okay, if we observe, if they are having same blood group, then we have to tell, or we have to accept that we are blood related. So it is wonder, no, in one family with different blood groups, we are telling not related. Like if other part of the world, if we are observing, if we have same blood group, then we are telling we are blood related. Okay. So why should we learn about the blood groups? Why should you know about your blood group? Is it clear to children? Suppose if we met with any accident, or if we are in need of blood, without knowing the blood group, then if it is transfused into the blood, then some reactions are going to be taking place of the blood cells that results in clotting of blood, where it leads to the death of the people. Okay. So much of research work has been studied about by the scientists, and for the first time in 1900, Carl Landsteiner studied about the importance of blood groups. Okay. So all the human beings all around the world are keeping these blood groups in the mind. He divided into 4 groups. Okay. So 4 types of different blood groups we are observing among the human beings. So why should we know about the blood group? Just now I said the reactions are going to be carried out in the different persons' blood groups when it is transfusion, like that I said. Clumping is going to happen. So what is that clumping of blood cells? So that clumping of blood cells is called as agglutination. Is it clear to you? So what do we mean by agglutination? So the clumping of blood cells is going to happen, which results in the clotting. So that because the different person's blood is transfused or injected, so that what will happen means that results in the death of the persons. Is it clear to children? So to avoid that agglutination, one should know about the blood groups. Which blood group does we belong? That we have to know. Is it clear to children? So now here Carl Landsteiner divided the humans into 4 major groups, that is A, B, AB and O. So 4 major blood groups were divided by the Carl Landsteiner. So what is that importance of knowing our blood group, children? To avoid the problem of a clumping of blood cells, or the reaction is going to happen between the blood cells, that is antigens and antibodies which are present in the blood cells are going to happen, which results in clumping of blood cells. That clumping of blood cells which is happening because of that reactions of antigens and antibodies, that one we call it as agglutination, where it leads to the death. Is it clear to children? So to avoid that, this blood groups came into existence by Carl Landsteiner. Is it clear to children? So now the people who are having the blood group AB, is it clear to you, and O, they are unique of all other groups, children. Okay, so the AB blood group persons can receive blood from any group of people. Okay, that is A blood group people can donate blood, and B blood group people can donate blood to AB group, and O blood group people also can donate blood to AB blood group people. So that's why AB blood group people are called as a universal recipients. They can receive blood from any other groups. A group, B group and O group can donate blood to AB group. Okay, so that's why they can receive blood, AB group people. So that's why they are called as universal recipients. Whereas OB blood group people, if we take, they can donate blood to A group, B group and A group, or AB group, O group also. So any group can be donated with a O blood group. Okay, blood. So that's why O blood group people are called as a universal donors. They are called as a universal donors. Is it clear to children? Universal recipients are AB group people, and universal donors are said to be O blood group people. Is it clear to you? So let us learn how we can also know our blood groups. It is very important. No, just now I said to avoid the agglutination of blood cells when the blood transfusion is going to happen, or when the blood donation is going to happen. Is it clear to children? So to avoid that, we must know our blood group. Is it clear to you? So how we will know the blood group of ours? So that activity is there. So what is that activity? So aim to know blood groups. So we must know our blood groups. Okay. Then next, what are the materials required? Materials required. So any activity if we want to conduct, we are in need of some tools. Is it not, children? So what are the tools needed to know the blood groups? So what are the different tools means here? Identification kit will be there, children. Blood group identification kit, it is available in the market. That blood identification kit we want, which contains anti-sera A, anti-sera B, then anti-RHD sera, then porcelain plate also will be present in that, wax, pencil, needle, then manual also will be there, instruction manual. So that all will be present in the kit. So what do we call that kit here? Blood identification kit. Is it clear to you? Then glass slide we want, then wax pencils, disposable needles, that to be noted. Okay, so these are the materials required to know our blood group. Is it clear to children? So that identification kit will have. So in the page number 32 it is given in your books, children. So the kit is supposed to be kept in the refrigerator at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade. So whenever we are going to do our activity, at that time we have to take it out from the refrigerator and we have to bring it to the room temperature. Then we have to use the kit for our activity. Is it clear to children? And this activity we must do with the help of a health instructor or with the help of teacher only. On your own we are not supposed to do, because it may cause harm sometimes. Is it clear to you? So what are the components present in that blood identification kit? Once again I am telling you, you can also check in the book, page number 32, children. Anti-sera A, anti-sera B, anti-RHD sera, then porcelain, white plate, wax pencil, needle and manual kit, instruction manual. So these are the things which are present. Then Next one is said to be glass slide we want, then a wax pencil we want, disposable needles we want, spirit also we want, cotton we want. Is it not, children? Yes. So now what we have to do on the day of that activity procedure? So different steps we are going to follow. Okay. So what steps we have to follow? Means, so we have to take a porcelain plate and we have to clean it and dry it so that there are no any that infections are not supposed to infectious causing agents are not supposed to be present, or any inconvenience is not supposed to be caused while we are conducting this activity. That's why porcelain plate we have to clean it thoroughly. Then with the help of wax pencil on that white porcelain plate, what we have to do with the help of wax pencil, we have to make 3 partitions, and in the 3 partitions we have to make 3 circles. 3 circles like this. Is it clear to children? Then what we have to do after doing that? So each circle is filled with not filled like we are going to put 1 drop of that syrup. Okay. So here anti-sera A and anti-sera B and anti-RH D sera. Also we have to keep like this. So now we have taken a porcelain plate and we have divided it into 3 parts, and with the help of wax pencil we made 3 circles, and from the blood identification kit, blood group identification kit, we have taken the what is that anti-sera A, anti-sera B and anti-RHD sera we have taken. So just 1 or 2 drops of that. Okay. So that one we are going to keep anti-sera A, anti-sera B and anti-RHD sera we kept in that circles. Okay. Then what we have to do? We have to clean our left hand ring finger. We have to select and we have to clean it with the cotton, which is put it in spirit or alcohol. So we have cleaned it with cotton ball. Is it clear to children? Understood? So that because of cleaning, what will happen? If any infectious agents are there, they will be killed. And we have to keep our hand like this entangled, so that what will happen? Blood flow to the finger will take place with the help of disposable needle, which is again spirited. With the help of spirit we clean that disposable needle also, and we have to prick it and we have to entangle like this, so that what will happen here? The blood will be just oozing out with a small hole whichever is made with the needle. Is it clear to you? So we have to press here like this, and here what we have to do? We have to keep like this. So one drop of blood we have to keep here like that. So press on the bottom of the finger with the help of thumb, so that the quickly pricking of fingertip with the help of needle will take place, and then what will happen? So we are going to put the drop of blood on each circles without touching this anti-sera. Is it clear to you? A, B and RHD. So now what we have to do? After putting 3 drops of blood, then what we have to do? So we have to apply that cotton and we have to cover it. Is it clear to children? So that there will never be again any bleeding. Is it clear to children? Like that we are going to keep. Then with the help of toothpick, what we have to do? We have to mix that one. Is it clear to you? So here blood drops we have taken. So anti-sera A, anti B and anti-RH D. So we have blood we have taken here, and this one with the help of toothpick we are going to mix up. And same toothpick we are not supposed to use. Okay. So this we are going to mix with anti-sera A only. Another toothpick we have to mix it in anti-sera B, and we have to mix it with the blood and anti-RHD also. So like that we have to do. Is it clear to children? Separately we are going to mix that with the help of a toothpick. Is it clear to children? Then we have to observe what is happening. So in which circle the clumping of blood cells is going to happen? With anti-sera A or with anti-sera B or with anti-RHD factor it is happening, that we have to observe. Is it clear to children? Now after completing this activity we have to know what is happening and what will be our result. Is it clear to children? So before that, what precautions we have to follow? We are not supposed to touch the finger to this anti-sera, and we must be careful while collecting blood, and with the help of teacher or health instructor only we have to do this activity. Is it clear to you children? And disposable needles only must be used. Why we have to use disposable needles? So same needle if you are using for the say all people, then what will happen means the blood of any person will be just mixed up, and any infections if they are suffering, then those infections may be seen in other people also. That's why disposable needles. So each one must be used with one disposable needle. Is it clear children? These are the instructions we have to follow. Everybody understood? So like that now we have conducted the activity. So what we have done? So we have taken this porcelain white paper and we have divided that paper into 3 parts, and we made circles with the 3 circles with the wax pencil, and we put with the help of one or 2 drops of anti-sera A in one circle, anti-sera B in another circle, anti-sera RHD in another circle, and then we cleaned our ring finger, and with the help of cotton dipped in spirit. So we cleaned with that we cleaned and entangled it, so that if we prick it with a needle, disposable needle, so the blood is collected like that, and we are going to keep here 3 drops by just keeping it, not touching. Is it clear to children? Then with the help of toothpick, this we are going to mix up in the blood, whatever it is collected on that circle of the porcelain paper. Is it clear to children? Then we have to observe. So what will be our observation? Okay, in which circle the clumping is going to be taking place, all that we are going to observe. Is it clear to children? So like that here. So here what is that the agglutination will appear as the clumping of red blood cells is going to be happening, children. Is it clear to children? Red blood cells are present in the blood or not, which give color to the blood. Apart from that, RBC contain that antigens and antibodies, antigen A as well as antibody B. Okay, antigens A and B and antibodies A and B are present in the blood, especially red blood cells. Where it is present? On RBC or in the plasma. So that we have to know. So that clumping is going to take place between the antigens and antibodies of RBC. Is it clear to children? That clotting of blood is going to happen. Everybody understood? So keeping that in the view, we can able to identify the blood groups, different blood groups. So now we see that one. So now what we have to do? So we have to frame a table. So we have taken here anti-A, anti-B, and next one is a type I will write. Which type of blood group? So now here With anti-sera, if the clumping is taking place, just now I said children, the clumping of blood cells is happening because of antigens and antibodies of RBC, which are present in our blood. Okay, clumping means just we can see the blood groups clot. Is it clear to children? Leaving behind that plasma like. Is it clear to you? So with anti-A, if clumping is taking place, yes. Okay. With anti-B, no clumping is taking place. Then what do we call that blood group? It is said to be A blood group. Which type of blood group? Is it clear to children? Then if with anti-sera, no clumping of blood cells is taking place, that is antigens and antibodies of RBC. If it is not taking place with anti-sera A, no clumping is taking place. But with anti-B, clumping is taking place. Then the type of blood group is B. Have you followed? Then if the clumping is taking place with anti-A, yes, and even with anti-B also, yes, then the type of blood group is AB. Have you followed? Clumping means just now I said children, please remember it forever. The reaction is going to be carried out between the antigens and antibodies of RBC. Is it clear to children? RBC is one of the type of blood cells. So antigens A and B and antibodies A and B. Have you followed? So these are present in our blood. Everyone's blood they are present. Is it clear to you? So clumping is happening because of the reaction between antigens and antibodies of RBC. Have you followed? So now with anti-sera, clumping is taking place, and with anti-sera B, no clumping is taking place. Then the type of blood is A group. And if clumping is not taking place with anti-A and clumping is taking place with B group, then the blood group is said to be B blood group. Then both anti-sera A and anti-sera B, if the clumping is taking place, that is yes only, then the blood group is AB. Is it clear to you children? Then with anti-sera there is no clumping, and with anti-sera B also no clumping, then the type of blood is group is said to be O blood group. Have you followed? With the O blood group, here in the O blood group there is no clumping taking place between anti-A and with the anti-A and anti-B. Is it clear to children? Whereas in anti-A yes and anti-B yes, then that is a AB blood group. Why it is there means, so if we observe the blood, still blood cells, if we observe antibodies, sometimes they are present in RBC, nucleus, and in plasma. Okay. So here why it is clumping taking place means here antigens both are present in RBC. In plasma no antibodies. Have you followed children? So that's why here clumping is taking place. So that's why that blood group is AB. Whereas here antibodies are present. Okay, but no antigens. So that's why here no clumping is taking place. So that's why here what do we call so that AB group and O blood group, they are unique. Is it clear to you children? So now A blood group people can donate blood only to A group. Is it clear to you? They can receive also blood from A group as well as AB group and O group. And B blood group people can donate blood to B group people only, and they can receive blood from AB and O blood group. Is it clear to children? Then AB blood group people can receive blood from A group, B group, even A group and O group. Okay, clumping is not going to be just taking place. So that is said to be universal donors, universal recipients. O blood group, here there are no antibodies, so no clumping has taken place, so that they can donate blood to any group, A group, B group, AB group and O group. So they are called as universal donors. Okay. Huh? O blood group people are called as universal donors. They can donate blood to any other blood group. And AB blood group people can receive blood from any group. A group, B group, and AB group and O group. Any blood group people can donate blood. So that's why AB blood group people are called as universal recipients. Is it clear to children? So like that here, four major blood groups we got. But here, what about this anti-RHD? Anti-RHD. Okay. So here, independent of whether agglutination occurs in anti-A or anti-B, clumping may or may not take place in RHD. Okay. If agglutination is occurring in the RHD serum, then we call it as a RH positive. Is it clear? So if clumping is occurring in the anti-RH-D serum, have you followed? Irrespective of this clumping which is seen in these groups A, B, AB or O. So in RH-D factor, if the anti-RH-D factor in that clumping if you are observing, then that is said to be RH positive. If clumping is not taking place, RH negative. Is it clear to you? So RH is said to be giving blood groups that is A positive, A plus, A negative. Okay. So how we can be able to identify that A positive or A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, O negative, like that. How we got positive blood group or negative blood group? That is because of presence or absence of RH-D factor. Is it clear to children? So that RH-D serum, if that RH factor is clumping is taking, agglutination occurs in any groups, then we are called as positive groups. So in our country, 70% people are positive blood groups only. That is A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive. Why? Because RH-D factor is present. Is it clear to children? So remaining 30% people, they do not have RH factor. So then it is said as a negative. That A negative, B negative, AB negative or O negative. Again that also RH factor also we must check it thoroughly. Is it clear to you? So then only A positive, if it is there, you can give blood to A positive people. Have you followed? And B positive people can donate blood to B positive only. AB positive people can donate blood to AB group. Is it clear to you? Or AB positive, A positive or B positive, that's it. But not to negative. Is it clear to children? And they can receive blood from A positive people. Can receive blood from A positive, B positive and O positive, AB positive, like that. So positive or negative also must be seen. Otherwise also that results in severe problems. Is it clear to children? So like that here we came to know about the four major blood groups A, B, AB and O. Is it clear to children? So where it will prevent the blood related diseases also, and while transfusion blood, the problems related with the blood transfusion or people who are receiving blood, the problems which are caused also will be just stopped or prevented. Is it clear to children? So one should know the blood group because it is very important. Suppose if we are in need of blood group, you will also be observing in the TV ads, someone is in very badly need of O positive or O negative or AB positive or A negative, B negative, like that. Have you observed children? So if you know, you can donate blood to the people and you can avoid the inconvenience to the people who are in need of blood. Is it clear to children? So in that way the blood groups are very, very important. Is it clear to you? So now the blood groups were given by Karl Landsteiner. Is it clear to children? So that it made famous, it gave very good information about these blood groups and it can be, which is avoiding the different kinds of problems in the blood transfusion. Is it clear to children? Then many people are in need of blood. We know that if major accidents are going to be taking place, sometimes or when surgeries are happening, during the surgery, severe bleeding will be there, loss of blood will be there. So at that time, the victims are in need of blood, children. Okay, so the blood banks are playing a crucial role, in providing blood to the people who are in need. Then apart from that, the people are there who are donating blood. Is it clear to children? So many clubs are there, like Rotary Club or Lions Club or Red Cross. They are organizing blood donation camps. Then people those are interested in donating blood can donate blood to the organizations, and those organizations are going to supply blood to who are in need. Is it clear to children? So make a habit of donating blood and save the people who are in need of blood. Is it clear to children? Because you are going to save the people. Okay. Then who can donate the blood? Who can donate the blood? The people of age group who crossed 18 years can donate blood, and people who are very much healthy can donate blood. Is it clear to children? And they are not supposed to have any contagious diseases like AIDS. So such type of people are people who are suffering from hepatitis. They are not supposed to donate the blood. Okay. If you are very much healthy, then you can donate blood to the people. Is it clear to children? So make a habit of donating blood to the needy people. Is it clear to children? So with that we completed the lesson animal tissues. All the types of animal tissues in detail you learned. Read the lesson thoroughly. If you have any doubts, you can ask your teacher. Is it clear to children? So what are the different types of animal tissues you learned? First one is said to be epithelial tissue. Is it not? Then what is that? Connective tissue you learned. Muscle tissue you learned. Nervous tissue you learned. So like that, different types of tissues are formed because of different groups of cells with similar structure and performing similar functions in our body, and all these they are working in coordination with each other, which brings all the activities happening in a proper way in the living system. Is it clear to children? So read the lesson thoroughly so that you can if you have any doubt, you can ask your teacher. Is it clear to children?